And we end in National 2 West, where there wasn't much change in the title race, just the top two continuing at a very impressive pace as we hurtle towards April. League leaders Camborne made it 11 straight wins at home and 10 matches unbeaten overall, thanks to a very solid 40-12 victory over 10th placed Old Redcliffians last time out. Steve Larkins' side were 28-0 up at half-time, and this very professional display keeps Town 6 points clear of second place Clifton, who passed another test at their title credentials at Taunton Titans in round 21. The Lavender and Blacks became the first side to win at Taunton this season, but they had to soak up a bit of early pressure before coming through and showing their class in both attack and defence to claim a 26-7 win at Veritas Park. So confirmation then that 6 points is the gap between the top two, who still have to play one another between now and the end of the season. Camborne go to Clifton on April 5th in round 24, and if both sides pick up 2 bonus points apiece between now and then Camborne would have the opportunity to win the league title at Clifton. But there are still 2 more rounds to go in March before that becomes an actual scenario, but always nice to speculate on these narratives at this time of the season. Elsewhere in the top half, Loughborough Students made it 4 wins from their last 5 as the 6th place side dispatched 3rd place Cinderford 60-24. Martin Webdale's troops were 19-7 down at one stage before blowing Cinderford away, while there were also wins for Hornets and for Redruth, with the 5th place Reds beating bottom club Devonport Services 34-13 last Saturday. And the result for Devonport meant they headed back up the A30 empty-handed, meaning they weren't able to add to their survival bid, and it keeps them 11 points behind 12th place Macclesfield, who collected a bonus point in their 54-29 home defeat to Hinckley last time out. And as you can see at the bottom half of the table there, sandwiched in between Mac and Devonport, a 13th place Bourneville, who after a tough week last week, which saw the departure of head coach Matt Price, they were beaten 52-27 at home by Exeter University, who themselves took a big step towards safety because of this victory in the Midlands. So another tough afternoon for Bourneville, but in reality there was no real major movements at either end of the table in round 21. So what has round 22 got in store for us this weekend? And we'll begin with those teams towards the foot of the table. And Bottom Club Devonport Services are back at the Rectory Field to take on 4th placed Taunton. Devonport have won their last 2 games on their own patch, and a positive outcome again this week would keep their survival hopes alive, while Taunton will be keen to bounce back after seeing their unbeaten home record come to an end last week. Second from bottom, Bourneville are on the road at Old Redcliffians. Just 1 win in their last 13 matches for Bourneville, while Old Reds will be keen to halt their recent slide and pick up a first victory since the middle of January. And that win, incidentally, for Old Reds came against 12th place Macclesfield, and the Cheshire outfit are once again at Priory Park this weekend and will be looking to respond after a very frustrating outing against Hinckley last week when they take on Redruth. As for the title race, Camborne go to 8th place Luctonians. The reverse fixture back in November saw the Cherry and Whites prevail 28-22, but Lux come into the latest meeting between these two winless in 5 games, so it doesn't get easier for Ryan Watkins' side, who will be keen to try and end the difficult campaign in a positive manner. In terms of Clifton, the second place side are back at Station Road this weekend to take on an in-form Loughborough Students, so that is definitely a game to keep an eye on in Bristol. While elsewhere, third place Cinderford take on Hornets, who last week surpassed their points total from last season with a 4th win in a row. So Hornets will carry a buzz into this fixture, which was a dramatic 29-all draw back in November. So more of that same entertainment again, please, at Dockham Road. And lastly, Hinckley, who have impressively stitched together a run of 5 wins from their last 8 games. They host an Exeter University side who will be aiming to take another step towards safety.